Guys, we just saw another tiny black swan today, which goes along with what happened earlier today. Black swans are lurking everywhere, guys, so be ready. And people ask me that. Why do you have XRP? It's because of what's going on in the world right now. That's why I hold XRP. It's my insurance against recessions, depressions, and most definitely crashes, which we will reach. First things first, these guys who know are getting ready for something very bad that will happen soon. Okay, guys, I don't know the exact day, hour, and second, but we do know the general range. That should happen soon. Why? They are telling us ahead of time. This makes me laugh so hard. In plain sight, they always tell you guys breaking from strange whales. Mr. Jamie Donovan, the head of JP Morgan, said that the economy is facing a situation that is worse than a crisis. This took place on 913 2 days ago. So the CEO of JP Morgan is pretty much the main puppet in the system, or at least one of the big ones, has basically told the NAACP's economy that something worse is going to happen than a recession. When things go wrong, what's worse? In fact, a sadness. Guys, there's something worse than that. It's going down. Yes? Guys, I think there will be a slump now, not something worse. I believe there will be a decline. And that's already not good, because someone from the Federal Reserve says the chances of a recession may be growing. Why didn't you guys say that? But who was the first to call since last year? Yes? Okay, guys, this is just my guess as to when and what will happen. Yes? This part right here is the part where they talk about the recession. This part right here, guys, is that point in time. Okay, then after 30 trillion will probably be printed right here, guys. We'll go up until we fall right. That's the main thought I have right now. I do think prices may go up first, with any luck, before there is a slump. Come in, guys, so we can leave now. The only way we can be sure is if these insiders sell, right? They want to. Keep their stuff safe, guys. Citadel Advisors' Ken Griffin sold 9.2 million NVIDIA shares, which was 79% of his stake. What did you not say? If these guys are stumped, you should know that something is about to happen. That's right, it was a little strange when these CEOs and insiders were selling, what was it? In question one of the circus. What came next? The stock market dropped, right? Right on. The CEO of NVIDIA then starts to sell again. He made more than $26 million. Now, the sales took place on September 10th and 11th, and each share cost between $100 and $117. Since June, he has sold NVIDIA stock worth more than $633 million, not even adding up how much this year costs. Since June, that man has sold more than, yes, it's $500 million, which isn't too much since he probably has an S-ton, but it's still what? Very important. They want to get the most out of the market by dollar cost averaging, right? Just add up all the costs in dollars, right? Or even more like those guys out there. Because if they sell a day before a Blackstone happens, that's information trading, right? That's all the stuff that's for sale right here, guys. You can check it out. It's worth $14,200,000, right? Wow, besides, this isn't just any random person. It's the CEO of NVIDIA, guys. I think that's a little strange. There is some hope, though, because I forgot to say the most important thing. The new week starts. Tomorrow will begin tomorrow. All right. So by the time you may be watching this video, there is no doubt that this new week is the most important week ever known to humans. Okay, it's because the Federal Reserve has been lowering interest rates. If I remember right, the turn will start on Wednesday. Let me check again. Yes, Wednesday now. The top official at Berkshire Hathaway, who is vice chairman of the company and in charge of its insurance unit, just sold more than half of his shares for $140 million. But Buffett has a lot of cash on hand, guys. Does that mean the markets will go up if he sells out? Yes. The stock market will go up, guys. I hope so before there is a slump. Here is the plan. Okay, this is the exact plan I think should be used. This coming Tuesday, November 15th at 2 p.m. is the next FOMC meeting. It will be very important because, oh my God, what just happened? Ooh, whoa, slow down, what? Guys, a 25 basis point drop is now thought to be at 41% by the market. 41% of 50 basis point cut means that the rate is now 59%. What is that? Guys, if we see a 50 basis point cut, I'll be so happy because it will make us want to go higher even more, okay? Since a cut of 25 basis points is positive, a cut of 50 basis points is even more bullish. That easy. This morning in Asia, there are up to 67% chances of a 50 basis point cut. Tomorrow is going to be a risky day in the Nazis. Are you going to look at that? Does that mean the markets will agree with when we want to do things? And this will blow up at the top because of a 50 basis point cut coming up soon. Yes, Bitcoin is giving me a hard time right now, even though I believe in it or not. Why? Okay, so here's how things will work. Once the FMC meets, if Bitcoin drops, they pump it back up. But if Bitcoin goes up before the crash, they will sell it off after. Okay? Guys, just be careful of that. based on what the media guys say. It's likely to be 50 basis points next week, right? Get ready, because things are about to get very unstable. The market thinks there will be a 50/50 split. The Federal Reserve is behind schedule, so the 25 basis point cut is now more like 50 basis points. This is too little for where we are right now. Yes, if the Federal Reserve doesn't try to cut rates by 50 basis points, Monday will bring more blood. A market crash like the one we saw a few weeks ago, and inflation falling faster than expected. This is when things start to change. Prices will probably go up and up for a couple of months, but what happens after that is still unknown. Let's take a look at this. If there isn't a crisis, stocks usually go up after the first rate cut by the Federal Reserve. But, right now we're kind of navigating through unknown waters, guys. Supposed to be, if there isn't going to be a recession soon, the stock market starts pumping, guys. Okay, but if we look ahead and see some kind of decline, it might not pump. Maybe there's a pump that lasts for about 2 months, right? Guys, what's really strange is, how much 2007 and 2024 look alike? So length of rate lowers the chances of what's happening now, okay? And it gets us to more or less the end of 2025. Okay, this is not likely to happen. Guys, I don't think so. In fact, it looks like this kind of spiral is playing out with 2007. We know what will happen soon after. You remember when the home bubble burst in 2008? It's like that with stocks, right? Will stocks go through the same thing? Guys, this is what I think is going to happen. I believe what will happen is that we will pump like this, right? Then, okay, that's because of the 50 basis point rate cuts, which are coming soon, right? What will it do? Add a lot of fuel to the fire and maybe dump all the way back down, right? It's a slump when we see this dump, guys, but that's the bottom because they print so much money, which makes us go up. I think this will be ruled out at some point, but for now it is still being followed because the data from back then and now looks a lot alike. We can see that interest rates were lowered in 2000, 2008, and 2024. And guess what? They're going to do it again soon, guys. Okay, that's it for now. Oh, wait, look at that, guys. Wow, that was the first cut right there. It's interesting what happened after we pumped. Look at that. I think that's what's going to happen, guys. We'll pump like that, but then the recession will hit and prices will drop all the way back to where they were before. The creation of money keeps it from going down, guys. Yes, it does stop it. Interesting, really interesting, guys. Let's get ready because it looks like things are going to speed up soon. When the economy does finally start to fall, you may be thinking what events will be linked to it. Take a look at this. Russia is coming up. They are reading the prayers to get ready for a nuclear war. Do you remember what Putin said? Why do we need a world without Russia? Listen to this. This is said to be real, right? This is real because this is crazy. So that's what it looks like it needs to get scary. Guys, talk about this kind of event happening soon. Also, I wanted to point out that market crashes like flash crashes and other things can only happen when something outside of the market happens at the same time. Guys, look at all these outside events. That means they're about to plan and carry out another one, right? It's likely that a slowdown will happen at the same time as a really bad outside event, right? 2020 was that. Let's get ready. Why? You might want to buy gold, silver, and other goods because this chart says so. Because goods are cheaper than they've been since the 1970s compared to the S&P 500. Okay, these outside events have happened before, like the oil crisis, the gold price crash, and the financial crisis of 2008. What happened this time? Big jumps in prices for goods, guys, right? Not like the SP. At that time, stocks were going up a lot, and that's where we are now below 2000, right? That means that stock prices are going through the roof right now, right? So maybe there is some kind of split going on. Due to the upcoming recession or black swan, the prices of valuable metals and goods will soon go through the roof. Let's get ready, guys. We could have talked about a lot more, but I don't know. Things are getting really interesting now, aren't they? Let's get ready for what's to come.